It's our first dream of the 2019 Achieving Dreams Together program season. It's Molly Penny on the Morning Mix here, joined with Karen Legault, and we're about to call our first nominator. We had a nomination period where many of you sent in emails, nomination forms, in order to nominate somebody that you know in need of a life-changing moment this holiday season. We're about to give away our first dream, but first we've got to call our nominator, Sharon, who nominated her friends Dan and Susan. Let's get Sharon on the line now.
Hello.
Hi, is this Sharon?
It is.
Hey, Sharon, this is Molly Penny with Cows Radio, and I'm joined with Karen Legault here this morning. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you because you were one of the people that nominated a friend on behalf of the Exchange Club to be one of the recipients of the Achieving Dreams Together program. Can you tell us a little bit about your friend Susan?
Okay, it's for Dan and Susan Branstead, and Susan this past year had some problems. Her had to have her colon removed, and in doing so, she was unable to have food by mouth. She had tube feeding for 11 months, and she just recently was able to go back to eating regular food. And she also was, during that period of time, spent about 5 months in the hospital in Rochester. So it's been a tough year for them.
Oh, to say the least. And Karen and I were just thinking, like, off the air when we were about to give you a call, we take it so for granted to just be able to have solid food.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, especially, cookies, candy. Yes, yes.
This time of year, I don't know what I would do. Yeah.
Right?
So you have decided on behalf of yourself and the Exchange Club of Owatonna, of which Dan is a member, right?
That's correct. He's been a member for 32 years.
That you guys wanted to make a pivotal, life-changing moment for her. What motivated you to nominate your friend Susan?
I actually listened to Molly one morning on the radio. I listened to her almost every morning on my way to work. But, and she was talking about it, and it was like, okay, it's a light bulb that just went off.
Well, yeah. You're like, I know somebody. Let's just do this. And that's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to be calling her and letting her know, and Dan as well, what Profinium is going to be doing for them and their family. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for nominating.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to be calling Dan and Susan and letting them know what Profinium is going to be doing for them to help achieve dreams together. We'll be right back on Cows 100.9. Cows 100.9, we are back here achieving our very first dream of the 2019 season, along with Profinium and their Achieving Dreams Together program. We just got off the phone with Sharon, who nominated Dan and Susan for a life-changing moment this holiday season. I think I got the conference call to work. We've got Dan and Susan on the line right now. I'm so happy that we could get both of you on the line this morning. We have some really good news to share with you. I'm joined here with Karen Legault from Profinium and their Achieving Dreams Together program. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so this is a really cool thing. The Achieving Dreams Together program, let's talk a little bit about it.
Yes, so we have members from the community that will nominate their friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, people that are looking for either pivotal life-changing moments or something that is just going to inspire them this holiday season. And we had received a nomination for you two from some friends of yours.
Yes, it was the Exchange Club of Owatonna, and particularly Sharon is the one that sent in this nomination. She told us a little bit about your situation and what's been going on, but just to give us a little refresher, can you talk a little bit about your story, Susan, and what's been happening?
Last January, I had to have my colon removed because I have Crohn's disease, and I was in the hospital 2 weeks, and after the 2 weeks, I got very, very sick and was rushed over to Rochester, and my small intestine broke in half. And I was in a coma for 2 weeks. They gave me 24 hours to live. I spent 92 days in the hospital, and I had a huge hole in my abdomen, and every day it had to be dressed. And my husband would come home from work and do my dressing. I was pretty much total care, and my sister came and would help out too. And I ended up spending 180 days total in the hospital this year. And now I had a surgery again in October, and they closed up the hole. I couldn't eat for 9 months. The only thing I could have was a popsicle and some broth and a little bit of water. And I finally now can eat again, and I have a colostomy, which I'll always have. But I'm alive, and I'm so thankful. But it's been a tough year.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a miracle, actually. You're a miracle. So you spent almost 5 months in the hospital. You guys have some kids at home, too, don't you?
Well, they're both grown.
Okay.
We have 2 boys, and they both live in Rochester, and they helped out. They had to help with the dressings if my husband couldn't. And we own a resort in northern Minnesota, so I usually run the resort. Well, I couldn't even get up there.
Right.
And so he'd go up on the weekends, and either my boys would help out with the dressing changes. All my medicines had to be crushed and go through a special tube in my abdomen, which I still have. Yet I still have some tubes yet. Or my sister helped out, and they do call me a miracle that I lived through all of this.
Wow. It sounds like you have an amazing support system there with your family, and apparently some amazing friends as well, as Sharon and the friends of Dan and your friends at the Exchange Club of Owatonna. So Karen, let's tell Dan and Susan what Profinium is going to do for them.
Yes. So what an incredible story. And oh my goodness, all of your family that came to help and to support you. And I think they all wanted to say, I think the Exchange Club wanted to say, just say how amazing and strong you are for going through all of this and how strong your family is. And we wanted to figure out a way to where we could get your entire family together just as a way to come together where you weren't dealing with like medical situations. So one of the things that they had mentioned was to be able to give you a Christmas dinner that you can now enjoy. I mean, now that you can actually have some food. So we are partnering with local catering businesses, and we're going to, wherever you're going to be spending the holidays, we will make sure that that entire Christmas dinner is taken care of. There is not going to be any planning. You don't have to plan the menu. You don't have to deal with the dishes. You don't even have to clean up the dishes. All of that will be taken care of. We want you to be able to, first of all, enjoy the food.
Yes.
and then spend that quality time with the family where you can make memories.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh, that sounds so great. Oh, thank you so much.
Well, you guys deserve it. You've certainly been through quite a year, but all of you are just an inspiration to everyone and all of our listeners. So we're so happy. Karen, you guys will be back in touch with them about the details on this, and we'll find out where you are so we can get that food delivered.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. And I get to eat. That's the best part.
Exactly.
If you bring popsicles, though, I'm not going to eat a popsicle or any broth.
We'll make a special note. No popsicles. You got it.
I can't even look at a popsicle or broth anymore. I've had enough of that.
Oh,
so.
Well, you're so deserving of this, and we just hope that going forward that there's no complications, that you just keep moving, and we're so happy that you're finally getting back into eating that real food, and just want to hook you up and give you guys a great Christmas together.
Oh, thank you so much. This is just wonderful. It makes me cry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You're so welcome. Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Wow, that's unbelievable.
It's been such an honor to be a part of this. That was our first recipient, Dan and Susan, for Achieving Dreams Together, nominated by their friends at the Exchange Club of Owatonna. We'll be doing this throughout the next few weeks as we lead up to the holidays, so watch your phone. I might be calling you next.